Hi guys, welcome back to Delusional Diaries Podcast. I'm Halley.
And I'm Jaz.
And she's a wife.
I am a wife. That's so crazy.
That's insane.
It's been over a week of marriage.
Yeah?
Which is...
That's crazy. How's it going?
Great.
Do you feel the shift?
Everyone that I saw prior to me getting married is like, you're going to feel this shift once you're married. And I'm like, I don't get the shift at all. Still don't get the shift, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know what they really mean by that.
I think maybe
But everyone's like, you're going to feel this insane. I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah. I think some people's
But
lives do
own.
change when they get married. Like maybe they move in together or whatever.
Yeah.
Which maybe...
I feel like you were already married, to be honest.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I don't feel the shift. Yeah. But love my husband. That's my man.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But I'm so happy. We obviously talked about the wedding.
The day after on our Patreon.
Yeah.
It's $5. We're giving away the money. Don't yell at us. I don't have time for that shit with you guys. I really don't. I love you so much. But I gave you 30 videos for free.
Yeah. You can go watch.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Free will.
100%.
But we are going to get into some more wedding stuff today.
100%.
Because there's a lot of questions you guys had on the podcast Instagram. So we're going to touch on those.
Yeah.
Where should we start?
Well, do you want to take us through your honeymoon and stuff and talk about the couple things that we didn't talk about on the Patreon?
Honeymoon, I went to St. Thomas and to St. John. Kevin got sick. I got sick. Didn't do a lot, to be honest. We rested.
That, as you should. It's a honeymoon.
And that's honestly the entire recap of the honeymoon. We didn't do shit.
Yeah.
We sat our asses in our room or outside.
I think that's what most people's if you go immediately, when people do a crazy honeymoon that's 2 weeks long, I feel like they take that a while away from the wedding. But I feel like if you do a honeymoon immediately after,
we had a day in between.
You just go to a beach and sit.
And it was great. It was a good reset, but we are going to do it a longer term honeymoon, I think in October.
Okay.
That's
fun.
our plan, but we'll see. It's tough with the work schedule.
Yeah.
Even our honeymoon we just did, I had to come back because I have in-person events for work tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anything else?
About the honeymoon? No. That was the whole thing.
What's Kevin drinking vodka?
Oh my God. Literally, Kevin and I both blacked out. I'll be so for real. It's our wedding. Sue me. We had a fantastic time, but there's our last picture we have of the evening, one of Kevin's friends took, and it's us walking to our hotel room and there's no light behind our eyes, and Kevin's gripping a bottle of vodka, which is just hilarious because Kevin doesn't drink vodka.
Where did he get this bottle?
I have zero idea, but I've never seen him drink a singular sip of vodka since I met him. And he was like, I don't even drink vodka. Why was I doing that? But he was. We also ended our night, please don't sue me, place where I got married, but outside in the...
gardening.
In the gardening. Yeah.
That's when I had a dip. I saw y'all. I was the party was done. It was the lights were on, you know what I'm saying? But nobody was ready to let it go. And I saw you walking for the door and I knew exactly what you were going to do. And I was like, I'm going to Irish exit and I'm going to see my way out because I don't need to go stand out there and get secondhand high.
Yeah, but I had the best wedding I could have possibly had. Yeah. Not a singular thing went wrong.
It really didn't.
It was the best day. Public apology round 2. I am so sorry to everyone that I said you were a fucking loser if your wedding is the best day of your life. I was wrong. Rarely happens, but this is one of the times where I was opposite side of the spectrum wrong. My wedding day was the best day of my life thus far.
Yeah, that was your truth before your wedding, and this is your truth after
I
your
said
wedding.
that full chest, meaning it. I have since experienced that experience, and I feel differently. So I'm either a loser with you guys, or you're really fucking cool if that happens to you. That's what I'm gonna go with.
I'm very interested to go to other weddings and now see, because I've never been, so I'm interested to see how it compares to yours, because in my mind your wedding was the best ever, and I think it will continue to be that, because I feel like I'm gonna go to other people's weddings and be like, I don't know.
Yeah. But 10 out of 10. It was a perfect day.
It was.
I never felt stressed. I had 1 small ounce of bridezilla ever throughout my entire experience.
I don't think that was bridezilla.
But there was one time I had a little toot, and I haven't really had any toot or any stress at all this entire process since getting engaged, other than I wanted this one TikTok and we couldn't quite get it, but we didn't. It's fine. It worked out.
We did get it.
But we went to go film it and everyone was gone. And I had to go take photos and I couldn't find anyone, and that's when I got a little frustrated. But other than that, amazing.
Yeah, I don't think you were a bridezilla though.
Thank you. I was just like, we have
you're
a
running a
routine.
business, and we were at crunch time, and you needed to get it done, and you know what,
I wanted everyone to be in it. I didn't want to exclude anybody.
No, I know, I totally get it. I don't think you were a bridezilla.
Well, thank you for that.
You woke up with chocolate covered strawberry in your hair.
Yeah, guys, the day after the wedding, guys, we had an entire dessert room. Okay, there was an entire room
that was crazy.
Filled with dessert, like our 5-layer cake, and just like there was a bananas Foster, like there was flames, there was cream puffs, there was macaroons, there was everything you can possibly imagine. Guys, Kevin and I didn't even experience any of this dessert room. My last real memory of the night is cutting my cake.
Okay, that was in the dessert room, but
yeah, but I didn't eat any of the dessert. But they brought all the desserts up and put them in our room, and I guess me and Kevin must have ate them before we fell asleep because I woke up in the next morning and there was chocolate covered strawberry in my hair.
Yeah. That is the only thing I ate at your wedding was a chocolate covered strawberry,
which is insane.
Guys,
there was so much fucking food at this wedding. Yeah. You have no idea.
Well, the food at the cocktail hour is, I think, what would have been like my shit. Like, it looked amazing. It looked delicious. I'm be honest, I
picked things with you in mind.
I didn't even know there was food in that room because I was like just talking to people, and I was nervous for my speech. So I was like, I'm not going to eat till after my speech. And then I didn't eat my dinner because I was waiting for my speech.
Yeah.
So then I just didn't eat anything. And then they like took my plate, and I was like, period. And then I was like, oh, there's literally no food. Even though there was so much food at this wedding, I was the only person who did not eat. But then I was like starving after because I was like, okay, my anxiety's gone and now I'm hungry. So then I ate some chocolate covered strawberries, and they were good. They were good. But that dessert room was like legitimately insane.
Yeah. Wish I could have experienced more of it.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm glad everyone else enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Genuinely. Like, I think our big part of our wedding was focused on guest experience, and I feel like we delivered on that.
I think they had a great experience. Also, can I say a little controversial topic?
Absolutely.
Welcome parties at a wedding are like kind of an awful idea.
Yeah.
Like, did I have maybe even more fun than your actual wedding at the welcome party? Yes. That was the problem. It's like you have all these people that have this huge event tomorrow and they're so excited for it, and you have an open bar. You are setting everybody up for the most gnarly hangover of their life when they have to be somewhere even more important the next day.
Yeah.
It just is like the restraint I was having trying not to take like 50 shots and have so many Aperol spritzes. I said I was going to have 2. I had like 25.
Yeah.
I was okay, but I could have felt better at your wedding morning. You could have definitely felt better.
I was dead ass taking shots during the photos on my wedding days so that I could get my hangover to stop.
Yeah, like a hair.
I puked multiple times in the morning on my wedding day. But let me tell you, the welcome party was fantastic, okay?
But
we extended 2 hours because we had so much fun.
No.
We didn't want it to stop.
It was way too much fun. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm like almost what I think would be like maybe a more safe idea. You have the wedding, and then you have like an after party, like the
people do like
day.
brunches the next day and stuff.
Or not even a brunch. Like you just have people stay. Like you do the wedding Friday, and then you like have everybody stay, and you have another party Saturday or something. Like I don't know. That's weird, but
or you can just like pace yourself. But like my group of people aren't pace yourself type of people. We're like let's have fun people.
But for other people, like for everybody that wasn't in the honestly, even groomsmen, I feel like it's like kind of whatever because you really don't need to be ready till like 5 or like a little bit before to take some photos when your ceremony was. So you kind of have more of the day to recover. But as a fucking bridesmaid, you are getting your glam done. You are fucking up at 7 a.m. You are at the suite getting ready at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, and it is a whole day thing. So it's like, as a bridesmaid, you really, or like the bride, you do not have time to recover at all.
No, but
we did, and it was fine.
But somehow I woke up on the day after my wedding after blocking out, and I was fine, not even hungover.
Yeah, I think that it was just the adrenaline.
It must have been,
and like maybe you probably ate a good amount of food too.
I don't know. Like there was not a single part of my day where there was not a drink in my hand.
You did come over to me at the dinner.
Scared.
You hadn't even eaten a bite of dinner yet, and you go, "I'm be honest, I'm kind of fucked up right now." And I was like, "As you should be."
Well, like at the wedding venue, they gave you an attendant who's like your person for the day, and this person kept my hand full with a drink the entire day.
Yeah.
And through the entire evening.
Yeah.
Granted, they also swapped it out for some water and some food in between the day, but for the most part,
so
I was drinking.
No, as you should be. It's your wedding. You're allowed.
Yeah,
to
I have zero. People are like it's. I will watch it back in the video.
And you didn't have to like. You didn't. All you had to literally say was "I do." It's not like you had to say that. If you had to say vows, it would be a little bit like.
Yeah, but also I wasn't even drunk then. I
know
got drunk
you
like
weren't.
into the night.
I know. No, you weren't drunk.
But 10 out of 10. Like, seriously. Like,
Yeah.
I don't regret. I don't regret having my wedding. I don't regret spending the money. It was worth every penny. It was worth every experience. Like, it was beautiful. I look forward to looking back at this forever, and I can't wait until I get my long version of our wedding video.
No, I agree. I think the money will always come back, but you can never like do that again.
Yeah.
So I think that is.
And there were times during the planning process where I was like, is this stupid? Is this dumb? Yeah. After experiencing the day, zero regret. Not stupid, not dumb.
No, yeah.
I would do it again. I want to renew my vows literally a year from now. I'm not even kidding, because like that party was so much fun.
I saw that I think Rachel Muse on TikTok has like a wedding every year.
Yeah, I saw that.
And she like remarries her husband or something. I mean, obviously they're not like really
It's
they're not
more
going to
low-key.
Ohika
Yeah.
Castle, but they're having like a
little ceremony.
yeah. And I mean, you could do something like a party. Like
Yeah,
wedding
I love a
anniversary
party.
That would be fun.
So, I mean, yeah. And it was honestly just like everyone that was there brought the best vibes.
Everyone was, and the content that came out of it was so hilarious.
By the
to
way,
watch
there was no
next day.
deliverables. People were commenting saying I was giving influencers deliverables to come to my wedding. I would never fucking do that. That's fucking weird.
Also, they would all have done a shit job. Nobody,
Yeah,
like, half
what the
people,
fuck?
Like,
That was just, my friends are allowed to
No.
post, and I wanted people to be themselves.
I think the funniest content of the night had to be Halley and Brand. They were
It's so funny.
absolutely sending me Keon being in every fucking
yeah.
video somehow. Like Hallie's post on the bed of reading the Bride magazine.
Her only photos from the wedding is so funny.
Everything, like no notes, 10 out of 10. So funny. I think Brand at one point he's like, kitty cat over here about Kit. I'm like...
Like everyone
So
was
funny.
so drunk, and like that's all I wanted. Like I've said from the very beginning, all I want is everyone to be so fucked up at my wedding, and everyone delivered. Like people were like, I'd be so mad. No, that was my dream
Yeah.
that I've had for a year, and everyone executed and gave me exactly what I asked for,
Yeah.
which I so appreciate.
100%. I can quickly give you some tips on writing a maid of honor speech. I've been getting some
Okay.
questions about that. I don't really know, other than I feel like the wedding was obviously end of May. I think like February, like even before the Bachelorette, probably. I think one night it just like came to me. It was like I was high moment, except I wasn't. And I
Yeah.
just was like, okay. And I wrote everything down on like my iPad with a pencil. And then I just like didn't touch it for months. I sat on it and I kind of knew what was in there, but I was like a little scared to read it and open it. And then finally, like 2 months before the wedding, like April, I was like, all right, I need to revisit this and like actually go through this. So that I kind of tweaked it. And then I kept going back to it every day for like a week or so, and I would like be like, I need to add one more like line of this, or I need to make one more joke, or like whatever, until I finally got it at a good place. And then beginning of May, the wedding was May 24th.
Mm-hmm.
I basically practiced every day and memorized it.
Every day I'd call her. She's like, I'm working on my speech.
I just really wanted to have it memorized. I did hold the paper for a safety net, but I don't think you also have to memorize it. I do just think print it out. I don't think read it off your phone. I think that's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that just whatever you would organically want to say. I was like kind of trying to get other people's opinions. I'm like, what should I say this? What's good? And I read it to my parents and they were like, that sounds like you. Like that was good. You know, it would be weird
I feel
if
like you need to be yourself. You can
Yeah.
try to be someone else's version of something.
That's
to,
what I'm
make
saying.
it
Like
work.
if I
Yeah.
tried to be all like, I don't know, just weirdly sentimental, how I'm
It would not. It would be uncomfortable because it's not you.
Exactly. So I just think be yourself. If you're like super sentimental and stuff, be that way. Just however you are organically. Yeah, I feel like there's no right or wrong, and it doesn't have to be. Also, it ends up being a lot longer than you think because of like the pauses and just people
And the
laughing.
reactions and stuff.
Because
yeah.
I recorded myself doing it, and it took me like 2.5 minutes to read through. But then when I saw the actual final version of the video, when I said it at your wedding, it was like almost 5 minutes long,
Yeah.
which it doubled in time. So just keep that in mind. If your speech already is feeling long,
It's
gonna be even longer, and
Yeah.
nobody wants to hear like 5 minutes. I even felt like it was kind of long, so like keep it.
I loved it.
Yeah, thanks. Anyway, what was the other wedding venue you considered?
None.
You went to the one in like the Catskills or something, but you didn't consider it, I guess.
No, I didn't even go. I didn't even go to the Catskills ones. I like
thought
made
you went-
appointments, but I never. Even
Oh,
went.
which one did you go
I went
to?
to some random place in New Jersey. I genuinely couldn't even tell you what it was called. I was there for maybe 5 minutes, and then I got back in the car and I left. And then I went to Ohika because they said they can get me in within the next hour, and I was about an hour away. Then I saw it and I booked it the same day. I was always getting married there.
How'd the McDonald's come about at the after party?
Guys, my main start of like TikTok was me eating McDonald's, and I love a late night McDonald's run. That's kind of always been my thing. And there was a McDonald's nearby the wedding venue. It worked out.
Period. I feel like the biggest topic on the internet of surrounding your wedding was like, how'd you post all of this, and asking like how you were able to get all this content out. Do you want to give a breakdown of all of the content creators / photographers, videographers that were there?
Yeah, I paid a rush fee for everything because I'm not patient. I don't own patience. So that's why I got my videos all the next day. But I still have like the long form videos I'm still waiting for. There was a spreadsheet for the content I wanted to do. I didn't even end up doing all of it. But
there was, honestly, when I saw that spreadsheet, I was like, and you did so much, but I was like, I do not know if she can get through all of this.
Yeah,
like, it was so
but
much.
It was better for me to have more options than to have not enough.
100%.
It didn't take a ton of time because there was like pre-planning for it. I'm also just a very big planner and like life in general. So it made it pretty easy and it was fun. I like to do all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, you did amazing. Like, you really did all of the content that you saw day of the wedding, you did. Like, it wasn't really...
Yeah, I do want to make one note though. The videos that you saw, like for example, like me running to Halley, saying me running to my bestie, me running to the love of my life after like marrying whatever that video was. Things like that were not pre-planned in a spreadsheet.
No.
Those were just natural moments that like I thought like, oh, this is cute. Let me post it.
Yeah. Well, that's what the content creators that you did have were just so amazing, where they would literally take a video and be like, this is really cute, airdropping this to you. It was like so quick. They would do that to me too, where they're like, cute, look, I would just get an airdrop. I'm like, this is a great video, thank you. Like,
yeah, so it's like it's not like I was going out of my way to curate certain moments. The only planned ones were sounds.
Yeah.
The rest of the ones that were just like a cute moment, someone just happened to capture
100%.
because there was a content creator team who was just like taking videos throughout the day, and then like I'd be like, oh, that's cute, and I might post that. Like those kinds of things weren't planned.
No, but you did a really great job. Like, all of the sounds and everything you did like 100% on your own, which is very impressive. I mean, granted, like, we do that all the time, so it is like pretty easy, and you did do it so quick. But yeah, and then obviously everything after was like given to you by other people.
And like edited and stuff. Yeah, and some things I edited on my own, some things were sent to me, but I enjoy sharing. Like, I can't keep a secret about myself to save my life.
I think it's so fun that you did like end up deciding, because I think originally you would kind of been like, nobody can post me until
I was trying to figure out like what time of day I was going to post my dress, because like the thing is, I also don't want to be that person who's like, hey guys, like hold it all until tomorrow, like, because I'm such an in the moment type of person anyways. So I was like trying to figure out what time of day. I figured I was going to do it like that day, but I didn't know when. And then we were like just chilling in the room before like I had to go like leave to like go wait to walk down the aisle, and I was like, let me just fucking post them now.
Yeah,
let me just get it out there before anyone even gets here.
I think it just started coming about so sporadically, where I was kind of like, okay, I'll obviously wait till Jaz posts like to post anything I post, and then you just started like going, and then you were like,
do it.
And then you were like, oh, you can post that, and I was like, oh, really? You're like, yeah, I already posted my dress, and I was like, oh, period.
Yeah.
But I think it was so
and
fun.
it made me enjoy my day more, I think,
because influencers have done weddings before, obviously, but I don't think anybody has like genuinely live posted their wedding, as in like, I feel like everybody that's had a wedding that I've personally seen is a lot more curated, where like they'll wait for a professional wedding video to come out and then they'll post that. You know what I'm saying?
Some exclusive with like a magazine or something.
Yeah. And so I think it was just so fun that you literally just, it was like
but
everybody
it was more fun
there.
That way.
It was. I think it was so fun. It was like everybody felt like they were there, because, and then they're also seeing like everyone else's POVs start to come in, like when they're coming.
Like Brooke
to the
was like outfit change number 2, because like I already posted it before I even came out. Like it was just like fun.
100%. So then I just think it started to be so fun of seeing like everybody's different perspectives of being at your wedding all live. Like, I don't know. I loved it.
It was best.
I enjoyed like the whole next day. I just watched everyone's videos.
Yeah, it was so
like
fun.
I wasn't there. I'm like looking at the stuff that I like missed out on. I'm like,
I was like, wait, there was a dessert room?
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, you were like at that point, like towards the after party.
Yeah.
As you should be. You were like taking photos with Kevin with the fry jacket on or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like,
oh, I saw those photos.
Yeah. Miss Girl's drunk.
Those Brand posted of me. I'm like, I am fucked up in those pictures.
Like, the makeup still looked amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy. Oh, someone also asked if I had touch-ups done. I had no touch-ups done. I did get my makeup done last out of all the bridesmaids. But I had no touch-ups. Just I put a lip on here and there throughout the night. But after like reception, I wasn't adding any lip after that.
Yeah, but I think your makeup still looked so good. It is crazy, like the difference a professional makeup artist like can make. You're like, oh wow, this lasts.
It just stays.
Yeah. My updo fully came out of my head by the end of the night. Like, it was really.
But you were twerking.
But you didn't even see, like, I had like this horrible, like, basically to get the bun, he made like this mini bun in the back of my head, and then he put all of my hair like around it. I like twerked it out so hard that all my hair around it came out.
I've never seen you shake your ass as much as you shook your ass at my wedding weekend. Like, not even just Saturday, but also Friday. Like, I was like, who is this girl?
I know. Keon was crying the other day because he said he read a comment on that video where I'm like, my heels are click clacking and I'm twerking, and I'm like, you like that? And somebody commented like, I thought the heels clacking were her ass clapping, and Keon was like, laughing so hard at that, being like, it could never. I'm like, thanks.
Oh, that's funny.
If you had one piece of advice to fiancés / brides, what would you say?
Get a good wedding planner. I would say it's more worth it to have a wedding planner and to have your sanity and be relaxed throughout the process than it is to have maybe a more expensive portion of your wedding in another area. Like get rid of your florals and get a wedding planner. In my opinion, I personally never got stressed ever throughout this entire year of wedding planning or day of. This woman is a rock star. She's out of this fucking world. I don't know how she does it, but like, she had the answer to everything. I genuinely, like, I cannot relate to the stress of brides not being stressed out because she was a star.
She was.
And that to me made my year of being engaged so much more enjoyable and made the rest of my life for me and everyone surrounding me more enjoyable. And my day of, I was never on edge. Even the week leading up to the wedding, I was never stressed out because I knew she had it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a very trusting person. I'm very type A. I'm very in control. I don't delegate well at all. But her, within 2 minutes of meeting her on Zoom, also, I only met her one time prior to the wedding, and it was 2 weeks prior, I think. Within 2 minutes of Zoom calling her, I was like, I know she gets me. She's the most type A, organized, well, like, I mean, I love her. Okay.
Yeah,
not small. I just genuinely, she's that good that it was worth everything. And I could not recommend her or I've heard a lot of horror stories about bad wedding planners. She's unreal. If you need a rec, she's great. I'm telling you, it's worth being able to enjoy your engagement and your wedding day and the time leading up to it.
Yeah. I think also you have never watched somebody even like closely plan a wedding, where I can't even imagine like trying to find out. Like, there's things I just feel like you never would even know are a problem or exist. And so, yeah, I
feel like most things that I know I see from like bridal TikTok
100%.
Or from like going to bridal events and talking to other brides that are in the process of planning.
No, I cannot imagine you trying to like coordinate that stuff and like get,
it's also
like,
that you don't know what you don't know, and you're not
100%.
a professional in like that area, so you can, even doing your best, it's probably still not going to be enough.
I 100% agree. And yeah, you literally
I
weren't
get
stressed
it's not
once.
in the budget for everyone, but I'm saying if there's a part of your budget, I think there's part of your budget that's worth getting rid of in order to have one. In my opinion, I think it's worth it all.
Except the open bar.
Yeah, do not get rid of the open bar.
Do not get rid of the open bar. Mm-hmm. Was there anything you were dead set on having but then didn't care about the day of? The only thing I could think is the posting, but then you ended up being like, you know what, fuck it. But
yeah, I was gonna wait to post like later in the day, but I just didn't care. Nothing I was dead set on. I didn't have no.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything.
No, and I wouldn't change a single thing about the day either. Nothing I would add or remove.
What's the moment you're gonna look back on and think, I wish I could relive this? You can't say the whole day.
Damn. Oh gosh.
Honestly, the most hype I've ever felt was when I requested Love Story by Taylor Swift.
That was a great part of the day.
And then I like, Kevin got on his knee and everyone's like jumping. Like,
that was great.
It was really
I did
fun.
really enjoy that part.
It was really fun. You need to post that video.
I know. It's my drafts. It's edited. Every part of the day was perfect. Like, I'm trying to think of.
Were you nervous, like standing when you were actually getting married? Like, were you kind of like,
oh my
God,
God,
like, this is awkward?
I had
like,
to pee. Courtney can attest to this. We were like, so Kevin and I walked towards everyone. So before everyone even got to sit down for the wedding or came out to walk, we had to, like, 45 minutes before, go sit
like
in the
hide.
bushes and hide so that we could walk towards everybody. Guys, I had to piss so badly. I was literally shaking in my fucking dress. Like, I'm not physically okay. So this whole 45 minutes, I'm like, I have to go. Eventually, like, it's like time to walk. I'm like, I'm going to piss my pants. Like, my dress is literally so large. I think I can just do it. And
You
no
don't-
one
and
would
hide
know.
it,
Like,
yeah.
I'm questioning my entire life right
It's
now.
like you smell
I'm like,
terrible.
I'm going to change it. I'm like, there's no other. Oh, this is horrible. But we walk. I don't even remember getting married because I was so focused on not peeing.
Wow.
Dead ass.
I couldn't have handled that.
And
I
I literally immediately, you notice, I immediately ran in and peed. I had
That's
to pee
so
so
funny.
badly
didn't
because
know
we were
that.
waiting for like an hour.
No, I mean, I wouldn't be able to handle that. I would literally be like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go in and like delay this wedding. Like because
But everyone would have seen me.
I know.
And that was like the one thing I was like, no, like I've made this plan, like whatever. But like, I do remember saying like, I do and stuff. But like, I was so concentrated on not pissing.
yeah, I get that.
But I loved our ceremony. It was so short. It was so sweet.
Yeah,
Our friend married us. It was great.
yeah. Bailey did a great job.
He crushed it.
He was. You didn't even like see. He was like in the. He was so nervous. It was so adorable. He was like, you guys were obviously hiding, but he was like, we were all in the library, like kind of waiting to get put in place to walk out, and he literally was like holding his book, and he's like pacing the room, like reading, like out loud, just like practicing. It was really.
He put so much care and thought into it, which I
did.
really, really appreciated.
He did. I could tell he was so nervous.
Yeah.
Like he slayed.
He did a great job. It was really special.
Yeah. Do you want to give a quick timeline / walkthrough of the day?
8 a.m. at the venue.
Hair.
Hair and makeup started. There was 10 bridesmaids, so a decent amount of people to get through. And also my mom, my grandma, and Kevin's mom got their stuff done as well. So that was a good portion of the day. But it was also very just slow. Like, it wasn't like anyone was in a rush, I don't feel like, for the most of the day. We just like casually got ready, had some mimosas, had some lunch, like chatted, like everyone got to hang out.
Yeah.
It was very casual. And then I think we started taking pictures around like 2:30. Kevin and I did. And then we did pictures with the groomsmen and the bridesmaids after. And then we just kind of hung out until the wedding started. Ceremony was at 5 o'clock. And then like 5:30 to 6:30 was the cocktail hour. And then reception was right after that from 6:30 to 11. And then the after party was from 11 to 1. And that was the whole day. Everything flowed really nicely, I feel like.
Yeah, it did.
I don't have any complaints.
It's crazy. It was like a 16-hour day. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like for a bridesmaid.
Time flew by
Yeah.
for me. But also we were like lounging, laying around in our PJs. Like it was chill.
It's just like so crazy. Guys literally just get to be like,
They
gonna
should have put
put
like
this
11,
suit
I
on.
think.
What?
They got there at 11, I think.
Yeah, but all they have to do is literally put a suit on and be like, maybe spray
What's
some
up?
cologne, like ready to go.
They all
Like,
just like hung out and like we're in the fields like playing like football and
It's so crazy.
catch and shit, drinking beers.
and as a girl, you have to like be like getting your face beat to the gods.
Yeah. Legit.
You did no phones at the ceremony, right?
We lightly said it. People took pictures. I didn't really care. I just didn't want them during like one part of it.
Like taking crazy.
Yeah,
videos,
like it was through part of the way he said that, which was nice because I just wanted to get videos without them in there, but I didn't really mind overall.
Yeah. I don't think, I mean, I guess I was in the front, so I wasn't really looking, but I didn't really notice anybody like crazy on their phone. Like,
Yeah.
if somebody was taking a photo or something, it was pretty subtle.
Yeah.
Were Frank and Fitz there?
Frank and Fitz were not there. They're with the dog sitter. Our dog sitter actually made us a booklet.
Hilarious.
It's so cute. We got it today, but it's a little booklet of like a storybook of Fitz and Frank since she started watching them, and it was very sweet.
It was.
And it was like in their own voices, which was
Yeah.
super cute. Pictures of like Finley and Oslo in there and Rusty. It's like a whole story of like their entire friendship. It's very funny.
It's crazy. Would your venue have allowed dogs even if you wanted them there?
I never even asked. It was never in my plan. That I think would have stressed me out.
Yeah.
And my day had zero stress. I also got a lot of questions if I regretted not having certain people there. No, I was very confident from the day I got engaged that I was not inviting my dad or my stepdad, and I didn't, and it wouldn't have added to my day, which is why I did not, and I have zero regrets in doing so because I was at peace with that decision. To each their own, but that made my day better.
That's good. Did you regret drinking as hard as you did the night before the wedding?
No,
Okay.
no.
Even with the hangover?
Even with the hangover, I had so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, I love my friends. I love that our friends, like, got to I think also the welcome party was so much fun because we did a joint bachelorette. Everyone had already known each other and it got to, like, re-meet. and that was like fun and like a good vibe and everyone got along. And then, plus like our families were there who had like had like, for example, like you met Kevin's mom and had never met her before, or like
grandma.
Yeah, so all those people like got to like be intertwined, which was just like so much fun. Although it did give me baby fever like heavily. Like I want a child. Like I'm not gonna get pregnant, but like I want a child. Like my cousin's child,
Very cute.
Scarlett. She's so cute. She has the best cheeks.
Very cute. But
And like I just want a baby. I'm not gonna have a baby. I want to travel, but like, bridesmaid dresses. Everyone chose their own dress. They were all black and satin. That's all I cared about. No, not one site. Quite a few were from Show Me Your Moo, but overall, like, they were from a lot of different places. Everyone was able to choose whatever.
I think that's the best way to go because I feel like
everyone felt good in what they were wearing, which I think was really important to me.
I feel like you want people to want to wear the dress, you know, and
Yeah.
be like, oh, I like this style versus being like, you have to wear this.
And everyone knows what looks good on their own body. And I think if you're asking them to like be in your wedding, the least you could do is let them wear what they feel comfortable in.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I do think I've seen some cute when like everybody wears the same and I've seen like, I feel like
I'm not saying it looks bad. I'm just saying like.
No, I know. But obviously like if you're like, okay, this isn't my favorite, but you have to wear it. But I don't know. People are always, I feel like happy to do that.
I think they all like really complimented each other though.
No, yeah.
They all looked good together.
Yeah.
Which I liked.
The all black was very chic.
Yes.
You guys, I feel like Father's Day gifting is always the same story for me. I don't know what to get him. Socks, grill tools, repeat. But this year I wanted to do better. I found Quince and they made buying a thoughtful gift easy. I need to get my dad a gift, but I also need to get Reed a gift because he is a dog dad. And Quince has all the pieces dads actually want to wear, like organic cotton silk polos, European linen beach shorts, and comfortable pants that work for everything from weekend hangouts to nice dinners. The best part, everything with Quince is priced 50 to 80% less than what you'd find at similar brands. By working directly with top artisans and cutting out the middlemen, Quince gives you luxury pieces without the crazy markups. And Quince only works with factories that use safe and ethical, responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. For the dad who deserves better than basic, Quince has you covered. Go to quince.com/delusional for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/delusional to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/delusional. What were your signature cocktails?
I had a Hugo Spritz. Kevin had an old fashioned.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I had quite a few.
Yeah.
I drank a lot of things that night, to be honest. I mixed a lot. I don't even know what I drank. I was being handed drinks left and right, and I was drinking all of them.
Yeah.
I think I took shots, too. I was doing a lot of things.
They like weren't pouring shots, I guess. Maybe
I
they
had
were giving it
shots.
to you. But did you see? Because Bryn had like 4 green tea shots in a
in
cup.
a glass, yeah. Honestly, real as fuck.
Yeah. Who do you think was the best dressed?
I couldn't even tell you what most people wore.
I think Davis.
Oh, hell yes. Davis looked sexy.
He looked really good.
I love Davis.
I love Davis.
Davis is like, first of all, I am so thankful for all the friends I've made through being an influencer.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone that I invited there, like it's because like I genuinely appreciate their friendship and the vibe they bring. And like, I'm so, it's been amazing that I've been able to meet great people off the internet.
Yeah.
I think people think a lot of things are fake. It's not. It's all very real. There's so much love there. Everyone gets along so well, and I really appreciate it. But Davis looked fantastic.
Yeah.
I've 10 out of 10.
Yeah, like just like everything. It was so chic. It was so hot. He looked amazing.
Sexy.
Best dressed.
Easily, 100%.
Yeah. I did love Hallie's shawl. It was just so her. Like it was just like
Yeah.
wrapped around her head. I had no idea.
She was just there.
It
She was vibing.
Yeah.
Someone asked how I met Kevin. I feel like I talked about this a cajillion million times, but I met Kevin at Bridget's birthday party. Well,
And Danielle.
Bridget and Danielle's birthday party, yes. He went to college with both of them and is friends with Bridget's boyfriend and Danielle's boyfriend. But like, yeah. So we met there, been together basically ever since. That was 2 years ago. We got engaged like basically exactly a year after we met. We got married like basically a little over a year after that. So we've been in like 2 years. We moved very quickly. I knew I wanted to get married to him very quickly. We met in April. We went on vacation together in June. We were in Switzerland and I told him I wanted to get married. And he was like, yes.
You guys moved in together very quickly too.
Yeah, we met in April, moved in September, I think.
Yeah.
That's my man. He listened to the podcast like old actually you can't because they don't exist anymore. But old episodes, I was like, I'm gonna either elope or I'm gonna have multiple marriages. I no longer feel that way. Yeah. I met Kevin. I feel very differently.
You
obviously.
Stand on business until you don't. Like
I do.
You'll just like say something so confidently, and then you have a different experience, and then you like.
And that's the beauty of like changing. It's okay to change your mind, and I'm a big believer in changing your mind. But Kevin, I will not be changing my mind about. He's the best person I know, and I'm very happy with marriage and being with him forever. You're in our marriage.
I'm just kidding.
Like dead ass. Like literally, Kevin wakes up every single day, even on our honeymoon, to Halley calling me and us talking for an hour and a half. Like. First thing he woke up to this morning, her being at our apartment. I did just show he walks out. He's like, "Where are my pants?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm wearing them." Sorry, I'm talking to my best friend. Like literally, like when at the wedding. So we didn't do many traditional things, like basically at all. But Kevin did dance with his mom, which I was super okay with, obviously. And literally, I'm gonna be so dead ass. I did not even watch this dance because I was like, finally, I get a moment with my best friend, just the two of us. And there's literally just this picture of us like hugging and talking, just us.
And
like
he's just
Kevin's like dancing with his mom. I'm like, oh, finally a moment with my best friend. And we can just like catch up and chat with each other.
I don't think I looked once.
No, I didn't either. Like I was just like with my wife.
Everyone else is like, this is so sweet. Like him and his mom.
I'm like, I was so checked out, like in the most respectful way. Like I hadn't had a moment with just Halley in a minute, so we had to catch up. So also people were being like, not to like be parasocial, but haven't you guys only known each other for 3 years? Math was done incorrectly.
I thought it was
sorry.
4. I said that in my speech.
Guys, it feels like a lifetime. Like I don't even know life before Halley.
I know.
Pre-Halley, it's like I don't even know what that was.
I think I thought that we'd known each other for 4 years because we technically met when I was 21 and I'm turning 25. But I guess like, so I just my head did that math, but it's not right because we met like 2 months before I was turning 22.
But if you think about it, we have hung out every single day
100%.
For those 3 years. Like in all reality, we've known each other forever.
No, we have.
And like literally like to this day, Kevin's least favorite trait is like how much we talk.
Yeah.
But he's accepted it now, and like now he's just like that because that's part of our marriage now. Like it's Halley.
100%.
That will be us forever.
Yeah.
I simply can't believe it's been 3 years. I'm like, that is my literal sister. What do you mean? We basically shared a room.
That's how I
in my head.
But it's so crazy. Yeah, like I can't believe it's only been 3 years.
Like I talk to you nonstop every day.
What I think is the craziest part to me about this 3 years and why I cannot comprehend it is because how were we only single going out for a year?
Like how did I only know Halley for a single year before Kevin? Like that makes no sense. That's
what I'm saying.
The math isn't mathing. Like it doesn't make sense to me.
Like how was it only a year that we went out? We went because we went out every day.
Every day.
I don't understand.
But it felt like years.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand how we. Basically,
that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. There's no,
and we
have to check the math because this doesn't make sense.
Because what's also crazy is we met basically the same time that we both met Kevin and Reed is when we met the year prior, I guess, which makes no sense because we met like April, Mayish. So we literally knew each other for like exactly 1 year before them, which makes
that does not make
no sense. No, it doesn't make sense at all. That's impossible.
It's literally impossible.
How do we only have one single girl summer?
That's not true.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
The math has to be wrong. I'm sorry. It just has to be.
No, I can't get behind that.
No, absolutely not. We didn't have a bridal shower because we were busy. Guys, we were always booked and busy. We have a lot going on. And also, it simply just wasn't important to me, if I'm being honest.
I know that was like my duty.
No, she tried. You made so much effort and you did all this plan. But it just wasn't going to work in our schedules.
Well,
we found
one day that we were like, okay, we can make this work. Like we'll be home because we were both gone every weekend.
Yeah.
But we were like, we can make this work. Let's do it this weekend. We invite like 3 people. All 3 people say no. They're like, sorry, like not going to be here this weekend. And we're like,
yeah.
Period.
And I simply didn't care. Like it wasn't that big of a deal. I had 2 photographers, I had 2 videographers, and then I had 2 content creators, and all those people had a second shooter with them. So there was like 12 people.
It was a team.
Yeah.
But like as it should be.
My thing was like I can't redo the day.
No.
So I would rather have
all the content.
too much than not enough.
And honestly, I liked the 2 different photographers because it was like a good...
They have different styles.
They have very different styles.
Which I appreciate. And I love both for different reasons.
Yeah, they were both like edited very, very differently, like different saturations, everything, like just different photo styles. And I thought that was cute.
Yeah. Hallie also got to meet my cousin Charlie.
I love
Guys,
Charlie.
Hallie's been FaceTiming Charlie for like, I guess only 3 years.
Yeah.
But it feels like much longer. And they finally got to meet. But guys, I was fucked up on Friday. And I was like, he was like leaving. He's like 6 or 7 probably. And I was like, bye, Charlie. See you tomorrow. He's like, no, you won't. I'm not invited.
I'm not invited. Calling
like,
you on your shit.
Because like kids weren't invited to my wedding. And I was like, oh, he ate me up. I feel so bad.
Yeah. Do you regret not having kids at your wedding or no? Yeah.
Fuck them kids. Kids didn't need to be saying shit. I'm sorry. They didn't.
Yeah, I think it's just hard. I don't know.
Yeah, like we had some teenagers there. But like children, no.
Yeah.
I don't think weddings are places for children.
I think it just depends on the type. Like most people's weddings.
Yeah.
There's some people who
So
have
if you
like
have a fun wedding, it's not meant for children.
Yeah, like I think if it's a
Stand 10
partying
toes
one,
down.
if somebody's like so important to you, like I don't know, some
Yeah.
people get married and have children that they like.
I
of
also
their
let me
own.
preface. I also don't have any friends that have kids.
But even if like I had a child, I wouldn't expect you to invite my kid to your wedding.
But
like,
if I've really fucked with your kid, though, I might be like be like bring your kid.
I still wouldn't want to. I don't.
But I don't know though.
But like I
to each their own.
I think if you have children of your own, you might feel like you know, and then you're getting married, you might feel a little bit differently. Like you want your kid there.
Yeah, I don't know. Guys, I will say though, I was so sad.
Why?
Hallie was so sweet, and she was getting my bouquet framed for me, and my bouquet got sent back.
I am so upset.
Like I'm not mad. I'm just like that was unfortunate.
Yeah,
UPS.
we got her bouquet. Like we sent it out to this girl that's pressing it or whatever to make it into like a framed whatever. And then I get I was like home yesterday checking my packages and I'm opening this package. I'm like, this package smells really, really bad. And I didn't know what it was. And then I opened the box and I'm like, it was really sad.
We're gonna get some lookalikes and frame them.
Yeah.
I'm not that sentimental.
Yeah.
like but it's still a sweet gesture.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, that was unfortunate, you know.
Yeah,
but
it's
they'll
gonna
look the same. I'm looking forward to having them framed. It'll be chill.
Also, I didn't know they were calla lilies. Is that I thought it was cata lily? Like
no,
I don't know why I
like
thought
Cadbury Farms. Is
like
that what that is?
in my head it was almost like cattle, like cattle, like cattle lilies. That's literally what I thought it was. I didn't know it was calla
Oh
lily.
yeah,
Anyway, we're gonna get some replacement one of those. She's gonna press it. It's gonna be gorgeous.
great.
It's
I'm
gonna
looking forward to it.
be very cute and representative.
Amazing.
But fuck you. I've had a whole thing with UPS recently, and
you
I'm not
have.
fucking with them. So anyway, you might
Also,
have
I did not pay for any press. I'd like to put that out there.
no, you did not.
Any article you saw, zero permission from me. Guys, I have kept my last name private for 5 years. I've made such a conscious effort not to get that out there. I wake up the next day, Jasmine Smith, plastered everywhere.
I just laugh that Smith is the name you've been hiding.
It's basic as fuck, guys. Like,
It's
let's
just
be
so
fucking
funny.
for real. But like, I plan to go back to corporate
it.
at some point, and so I just didn't want it to be attached to me talking about sex every single week on the podcast. You know,
100%.
like, God forbid.
I do think you're too far past that.
I am at this point. But my point is, I've been able to keep it a secret for 5 years, and then all of a sudden, people, Jasmine Smith, the cut, Jazz Smith, like, fuck.
It did say that
I
everywhere.
also was like, that was unfortunate. Also, like, I didn't want people thinking that like I was, because they were using quotes from me,
Yeah.
quotes that I said in my videos. But I'm like, I didn't want people thinking that I was out here doing that.
Yeah, like getting all these articles.
Yeah,
for yourself.
I no, zero permission at all.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, you're just so popular. They just had to write about it.
You know, crazy. But I didn't want my friends to be like, why the fuck are you using my face in this, and why didn't you give me a heads
Yeah.
up? But
No,
that's like what I felt bad about.
Yeah. No, I don't
Like
think
my-
anybody's like mad about it.
But I just didn't like that feeling. It made me uncomfortable.
Yeah. Also, 500K. You gained 100,000 followers over the course of
did.
this wedding. That's insane.
Guys, I'm so excited. I really appreciate it.
I wrote her a rap this morning.
She did. It was really great. I rapped it to her as I read it. It was very funny.
But that's actually insane. I mean, you deserve it. I think also like I think you gained like new followers in the sense of like people that were just finding you from this wedding. But I feel like half these people just finally were like, you know what, I'll hit the follow button.
Yeah.
Like it's people
Yeah.
who already know you. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
yeah, they see me on their For You page,
I
like,
think
nah, but say like, you know, yeah, I'll toss
way
it to
more
her.
than like how many did you have before? Like almost 400,000.
Yeah.
Way more than that amount of people like know who you are. They just like hadn't hit the follow button. And then I think finally like the wedding, they were like, you know what, confirmed.
100%.
Let's get that up, guys.
Please. For real.
But no, you also definitely did reach a whole new audience as well. But
also, someone asked if I care if I invited someone to mine if they don't invite me to theirs. I don't give a shit. I invited people who I thought would enhance my day. If I didn't make someone's cut with their budget, I could give two shits.
Yeah, I think it's also substantial. Like if somebody had like a 500% wedding and you're like, bro, I know you better than this person, maybe I'd be offended.
But I would never even bring it up to someone. I'd never be like, hey, am I not getting my invite? I would just never put someone in that position. I think it's weird.
It's crazy how many people do be asking. Yeah, people be asking.
Oh my goodness.
I've been witnessing it. I'm like seeing people be like, oh, I'm coming to your wedding, right? Like to other people. I'm like, oh.
I would never ask someone that question personally.
Oh my God, no. I couldn't handle the rejection of them being like, no.
No. But I mean, to each their own.
I think it's just hard too, because like 200 people could seem like a lot, but somebody could have a 100-person family, and then it really fills the 200 so quickly. Versus like having a smaller family, and then 200 people is kind of like a lot of friends and extended people. It just like is so circumstantial to every person.
100%. Yeah, we had like 180, which is like a lot to me, but it wasn't a lot to other people. It depends on who you ask.
It's shocking the people that'll be like, oh, so normal, and you're like, 100. I don't think I can fill the room with 180 people.
No, like
I'm like, that's so many people. But some people obviously come from like huge families on both sides, where that's like the minimum that they could have.
Yeah, I did have a little bit of like post-wedding depression, I think.
I get it,
because unfortunately that was my peak.
No, it's not.
Not for like life, but it's my peak thus far.
Yeah.
And so I have a little bit of a come down.
It was so weird. Like I was golfing the next day, just like at the driving range, and I'm like, wait, 24 hours ago, like I was partying at Jazz's wedding, and now it's just done. Like it's just so insane.
Yeah.
It's done. Like spending all that time for this day, and then it comes, and it's like in the blink of an eye, it's gone, and you're like, wait, that was amazing, but like, can we keep the good vibes going?
Dead ass. Like I was thinking about it. I was like, I've been planning this and looking forward to this for a year, and like all that work for a year is just, it's now over. I still have things to look forward to, don't get me wrong, but like that was just like, that's the biggest thing on top of mind for me for the past year, and now it's just done.
It is really crazy that it's just done.
Yeah.
And not coming back.
Did someone was asking if seeing this wedding had changed your perspective at all on like getting married. Do you want to answer that question?
I'm not against getting married. I just want to make that clear, because I see that Halley doesn't even want to get married. I have nothing against marriage.
You're against weddings.
I just don't want to have a wedding, is what I've always said. But seeing your wedding confirmed for me that I would never want to do a wedding like that. I don't know. Maybe I would.
You said wedding is a wedding.
It was amazing, and I think I got like the best experience of anything, because I was so like closely involved, and I got to have the most amazing day with all the people I love, because we obviously share a lot of mutual friends.
Yes.
And like my parents were even there, and I got to have an amazing time. Without having to put a single thought towards this in terms of planning or spending money or anything of the sort. So I am so grateful for that opportunity from you. And I had the best time, and I want to go to more people's weddings now. Like
invite me.
I am. I love being a wedding like guest.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for our friend Maddie's wedding. That's the next one that I'm going to.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I wish it was sooner.
I am very excited for that. However, I still like confirm for me like 100% I do not want to do that. The only thing I would like potentially consider ever doing is like extreme. I don't even know. I just like could not stand there and get married in front of people.
Yeah. That's why that part was literally maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And that part was still like a lot.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. The only thing I could do is like potentially like a really, 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 really small, close group of friends. The problem is, though, I don't know how you would make this small, close group of friends. Because, like, I was thinking about this because Reed had just said something, not that we're getting fucking married right now or anything. I'm just saying. He had said something like...
Guys, they actually are, though. Put it out there. Spread the word.
He had said something like, oh, we had stayed at this house once in the Bahamas and it was, like, really sick. And he's like, oh, it'd be so cool if you, like, rented that out and then had, like, there's, like, maybe 8 rooms in this house or something. And he's like, oh, if you had, like, your closest friends and family come stay and whatever. But I'm like... I don't even know, like, if you were like, okay, we only have 8 rooms, like, we're just bringing that amount of people. I feel like once you bring family, and then
you would
it's
need
like,
more than 8 rooms.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't know if there's any way to make it small like that at all, like keeping it so tight, because the second you start to be like, okay, I'm gonna like have Jaz and Kevin, and you know, da-da-da, and then he'd be like, well, I'm gonna have my cousins, and I'm gonna have this person, and suddenly it'd be
adds
like
up quickly.
30 people. You know what I'm saying? If you're keeping it to like tight circle, and then it gets so quick so fast. So like that all stresses me out. I don't know, but I definitely would not do an Ohika Castle spectacular wedding like that, just because I don't have it in me to do that. But if you're ever getting married at Ohika Castle, please invite me. I would love to go back.
Invite us.
We'll I had the best time.
We'll give you a great fucking gift, I swear.
Genuinely best time ever. And it was like the best first wedding experience also.
Yeah.
And like, I actually don't think it could have been more fun or better, but it confirmed for me actually that I'm not going to be doing that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I didn't think you would ever change your mind, to be honest.
No.
But I do appreciate how set in your ways you are. Because like, as we know, I changed my mind.
I do change my mind sometimes.
On some things, yeah.
I am.
I'm not saying you don't change your mind. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? I'd be bopping around different opinions here and there.
That's how it goes.
Depending.
How did you decide on who got +1s? You've kind of answered this, but
yeah. If you didn't know someone who was there, you got a +1 because like you don't know anybody. Like my friend Cortland, he's from Texas. He's like from when I lived in Dallas. He brought his friend, but I also knew his friend that he brought with him because he didn't know anybody else. My manager was there. She didn't know anyone. She also got a +1. Otherwise, everyone else was just like relationships, like where I knew the other person or like they'd been together for a long time or engaged or married. But honestly, I was kind of flexible depending on who it was.
What do you mean?
Like, I gave +1s to people who I thought should have a +1. But like, there's certain people I'm like, oh, like you're in a relationship. I'm not sure how serious it says you're not getting one.
Yeah.
But like one that I knew was like serious. I knew where like you're at and stuff. And like I've met them. Like, yeah, you're getting a +1.
Yeah.
But I think it really goes back to your budget. But also no one asked me for a +1 really.
Yeah. I do think if somebody's in like a real relationship that's like been going on for a while and you only invite them and not their partner, I do think that's like a bit odd.
Yeah, I think it's a little disrespectful. It just depends on like who the person is.
That's not where I'd be making budget cuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's like kind of like, oh, they just started dating 3 months ago, they met on Hinge, it's like, I don't think you have to give
exactly. But also it's like, I think about it like from a guest perspective, it's like you're making their cost basically double if you don't let them bring their partner.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of fucked up, in my opinion.
Or like somebody that they can, like a +1 if they don't know anybody.
Yeah.
Because then they can bring a friend and like split costs 100%. Or whatever. Yeah.
I think it just goes back to like a big focus for us was guest experience. The DJ fucking slayed that shit. I'm sorry. I love that DJ.
I know. Every song was good.
Everything was
fun.
a hit.
Crazy that Alex Warren like was a TikToker.
Yeah.
And then he is just like so like, and your DJ like played his song and he's just like at every wedding now, like that song.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember a lot of the songs that were playing.
I just like thought about that. I don't know. It's just crazy. Like he's like his songs like.
But like
so
the drums and the saxophone were great. I loved like the little hybrid duo that was going on there.
They were so fun. They made the dance floor great.
The saxophone was like on the dance floor. It was fantastic.
The New York song really slayed at the end. Okay, I heard you guys did a last dance.
What?
That's what. I don't remember this.
Who said this?
Last night, Maddie and Jesse, I think, were like, yeah, because we were just talking about your wedding, and I think they were like, oh yeah, they didn't do a first dance, but they did a last dance, and I was like,
no, we did.
Are you sure?
I can't say that for the
they
first
were
certain.
Like super.
I can't say that for certain because I don't recall.
Okay, I'm like, I don't think they like. She never mentioned that to me, and they're like, no, they did. I don't know. Maybe you need to ask Kevin. I don't think Kevin will remember.
Apparently,
either.
I also gave a 7-minute long speech at the end of the night that I also don't remember.
I didn't even know if it was a speech. She was blabbering words into a microphone.
No, yeah.
She just got a hold of it.
There was a part though where I was like, you don't fucking know what it's like to have a BFF.
You're like, I feel so fucking sad for all of you. You'll never understand
what it's like to have true friendship. Someone else was bitching at us in the fucking YouTube comments like, we get it, you're best friends. Like, shut up. Like, it's rude. Sorry you don't have one. Like, I stand by that. Like,
yeah.
God forbid a girl finally meets a girl that she can be best friends with where there's no competition and it's a healthy friendship and they get to love 100%. And appreciate each other for who they are and get to be 100% their authentic selves and be there and have a good support system and be proud of each other. It must suck that you don't have that. And I will continue to say it every single week. And for those of you that don't have it, I truly hope that one day you do. And I'm rooting for you with my whole heart and my whole being.
I mean, yeah, you can, like, people brag about that in their relationship and everyone's like, yes, like, so great.
Yeah,
so
like, I'm going to shove my best friendship down your throat because I'm grateful for it. And maybe I'm manifesting a better one for you.
Yeah.
Guys, I also have kind of been on one on the podcast recently. I was watching the clips for this week. I don't know what's gotten into me.
I made up that segment bitching hour and you took that really serious.
I have nothing but positive things to say as of lately. My life is going very well.
Yeah, it is.
Knock on whatever.
I'm very happy for you. This is the best I've seen.
Although this morning I did wake up to someone being pissed at me because of my Etsy witch. They're like, have to unfollow. Jesus is free. She's a bad person, basically.
I personally don't understand how a little witch doing some fun things is.
Guys, my grandpa's a pastor and he still loves me, so I think we can get over it. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think it's that serious.
But to each their own. The most importantly, I have a lot of love for all of you out there. And also, I'm giving away an engagement ring. Enter on my TikTok, and we're giving away 2 iPads and 2 Dyson Airwraps. So enter that too.
Yeah.
We're all about giving back over here.
Yeah.
But dead ass, I swear, if you email me asking for PR and don't even say congratulations to me, I will find you and I will block you with a brick.
Oh.
I'm kidding. But it actually pisses me off. I got like 3 emails a day after my wedding being like, hey, girly, can I please... No, you didn't even say congratulations. Pisses me off.
It is. The day
also,
after.
We give away so much.
The day after is wild. Yeah, we always do give away the stuff. Like, it's always going somewhere.
So we do I guarantee we give away more than any other influencer. Like, I can see them at full chest, go confident.
I agree.
So I'm just saying, like, maybe we should stop. People will stop asking us.
Yeah.
But we can't stop because we love you guys.
Yeah. No, we'll keep doing the giveaways, but
There's
emailing a day after the wedding is
I'm just saying, like,
little crazy.
Tone it down. Tossing congrats in there first.
You're like, you know what? Period. You said congrats. You get it.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
Come at me correct, but if you don't even follow my ass, be fucking for real.
That is crazy. It's always the people who will come up to me like, I'm your biggest fan here. They'll like try to like, they'll make
Haley, I'm your biggest fan.
I'm your biggest fan. I get that a lot. Or somebody will like take my phone from me and be like, here, I'm such a fan. Like this literally happened to me last night. I'm such a fan. Please, like I have this, whatever you need to try, whatever, everybody promoting the brand or whatever it is. Great.
Respect the hustle.
Respect the hustle. Small business owner. Love it. Every time. They're like, here. I'm like, oh, I'm always so sweet. Like, here, what's your Instagram?
Type your name.
Type it. Bitch, you don't follow me. And you're my biggest fan.
Just don't lie. Come, like, be honest.
Yeah, just say, oh, I've seen your videos. I would love to, like, have you come in for whatever your, like, business is. And you know what? I get it. But saying you're my biggest fan and it says, I'm following you back now and you're not following me.
Jail. But, guys, I'm super excited for summer. A lot of cool, fun things coming your way.
So much fun stuff.
And I move next week, basically.
I need to see this.
You haven't even seen the
I've never
apartment.
even seen it. I want to see it really bad.
I saw it for maybe 20 seconds.
And you said, that's how you've done every apartment in this city.
Dead ass.
She's literally never toured even like a second apartment.
No.
You toured the one.
I
you're
pick
like,
one
good.
and that's it.
It is actually insane. But like in a good way. Yeah. I'm the worst with it.
But also in the same breath, I've never finished a lease.
Yeah, you move everywhere.
But good things are coming.
Really exciting.
See you guys. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.